Hello, and welcome back to Beyond the Screen, the Family Connection podcast. I'm Dr. Samantha Hayes, educator, parent, and founder of Beyond the Screen Families. And every week, we explore how to create a family life full of connection, curiosity, and balance without letting screens take center stage. Now, if you watch, you know I'm not in my usual location. It's fall for us. It's a little bit warmer, and I am loving this warmth in Southern California. So I decided to take it outside, which also means it's a little windy and my hair is going a little crazy. Beyond that, though, today's episode asks a big question. Can kids really be both tech savvy and present? My answer is a resounding yes. And by the end of this episode, you'll have clear strategies for helping your child thrive in a digital world without losing those grounded real life moments that matter most. Parents often say, I want my kids to know technology because that's the future. But I also don't want them to be glued to a screen. And that's probably what I hear the most is parents who want them to understand the tech skills, but don't want them glued in that doom scroll that we all know inhibits curiosity and creativity. And so I get it. Our culture tends to frame this as an either or. You're either raising tech proficient kids or you're raising present mindful kids. But that's really just not the case. Technology is a tool, just like a pencil or a book. It's something we can use to create, to learn, to connect. The problem comes when tech stops being a tool and starts taking over. That's when presence slips away. Yesterday, I was out for breakfast with my family, and I took a look around at this breakfast place. And at almost every single table, I saw people sitting together, glued to their personal devices in front of them. They were not interacting. They were not connecting. They were glued to the device in front of them. And I know none of us really want that for our children. So the good news, we as families get to shape how tech shows up in our homes. So let's talk about 3 practical shifts you can start today. Number 1, redefining tech savvy. Tech savvy doesn't mean your child is the fastest to swipe through TikTok or beating a video game or being a master in roadblocks or whatever game is the in thing right now. Real tech savvy kids know how to use technology to solve problems, to create, and to contribute. That might look like coding, a simple game, or editing a video, creating something in stop motion, or researching how to build a treehouse so they can go out in the backyard and build it. When you redefine tech savvy, you move from consumption to creation. Number 2, create intentional pauses. And if you don't know this about me, the power of the pause is something I preach all the time. Pausing is one of the most powerful things we can do. So presence doesn't just happen. It's something we practice. That's why I encourage families to build in tech pauses. And if you've been watching on Instagram, I'm giving you a whole bunch of ideas about how to do that. Maybe it's 5-minute check-ins before bed where devices are off and you just talk about your day. My daughter and I love to do this at the end of the day when she's snuggled up in bed, and we just have a moment where I ask what was her favorite, what was her least favorite, when she was kind to someone, and when someone was kind to her. Now, recently, she's asked, "Can I add when I was proud of something today?" Absolutely. But it's a powerful moment for us to pause and connect. Maybe it's weekly tech-free family dinners. Those intentional pauses help kids learn that it's not just about rejecting tech, but about putting it in its proper place, right? Technology doesn't have to have an all-encompassing presence over us all the time. Number 3 is to model balance. And I get this one might sting a little, but it's true. Kids are always watching how we use tech. If we're constantly checking our phones during dinner, it tells them that presence isn't really the priority. But if they see us set our phones aside and say, this is family time, it shows them what balance looks like. And I get it. I get how hard it is to sometimes slip your phone away. I like to put mine on a completely other place, like on the counter. We're eating dinner. Mine goes on the farthest counter away from us with the ringer turned off. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it because I want to show my kids that in that moment while we're having dinner, we're connecting. So here are a few small practices that might make a big difference in your family. Family tech talks. Instead of lecturing your kids, maybe try inviting them into the conversation about how tech is impacting them. Ask, what's your favorite way to use your device? What's something that stresses you out about technology? I bet you they're going to have an answer for that. And then it's about helping them set up solutions so that that doesn't become the thing, right? We don't need to stress about technology. So, how do we remove that from our kids and help them remove it for themselves? Maybe you set up tech-free traditions. Maybe that's on Sunday mornings, you go for a walk, or Friday night is pizza night and it's always screen-free and it's about board games. These rituals anchor kids in presence. And if you have listened to an earlier episode about setting up those screen-free moments and that screen-free time, this kind of like marries with it. So if you haven't listened to it, I suggest you go listen and then come back and re-listen to this. Skill and still moments. Encourage your kids to learn a new tech skill like photo editing. And then follow it with a still moment, like sketching the photo by hand or journaling about it, because it balances that technology-focused skill with a still present moment. If you're loving this conversation and want more tools to help your family, I've got something exciting for you. September's Essentials Pack subscribers received the screen-free travel pack as their exclusive bonus item. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's my favorite thing I think that we've put out so far. But I'm going to tell you a secret that I am super excited about October's bonus item. And I think it's going to launch something, just a little piece that we can do in some other avenue. But I'm giving Essential subscribers the first look, the first glance, and you really want to be a part of it. So plus, on top of that, every month, Essentials Pack subscribers get new resources designed to help their families thrive beyond the screen. Head to beyondthescreenfamilies.com/shop to subscribe today. You pick the pack that works for your child's age so that you can get activities that are pinpointed and going to be successful because they are driven to your child's age. So here's the takeaway today. Yes, kids can absolutely be tech savvy and present. When you redefine what tech savvy means, you create intentional pauses and model balance yourself. You're teaching your kids not just how to use technology, but how to live well with it. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about making small shifts that add up to a family culture where technology supports connection instead of replacing it. because we don't want to all be sitting out at breakfast, glued to our screens, instead of connecting with the people in front of us. Those human connection skills, those are what are important for the future, among a few other skills that we are also able to cultivate, like curiosity and creativity. Thanks so much for joining me today on Beyond the Screen, the Family Connection podcast. If this episode encouraged you, share it with a friend, leave a quick review so more families can find us, and don't forget to subscribe to the Essential Pack today so you don't miss the September bonus, the screen-free travel pack, and especially so you don't miss out on an awesome thing coming in October. Until next time, I'm Dr. Samantha Hayes, reminding you to create moments that stick. Thanks. Bye, friends.